September we met, I could tell by your smile. You hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while. Yeah, you were impressed.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me by now, my name is Trinity Lovely, and today we're going to have a very interesting topic, and I wanted to talk a little bit about karma. And one of the reasons I wanted to talk about karma is because I think a lot of people have karma, just basically, there's this misconception somewhere that they believe karma is actually cause of effect. Karma is more karmatic lessons, and we're living in a realm that is basically a karmatic realm, right? So we are naturally having lessons in our life. Like, you can learn something from the good and the bad, right? Someone comes into your life and they hurt you. There was a lesson to be learned. You learn a specific lesson, and if you didn't learn the lesson, this is how karma operates. Then it's like going up a river, right? You're going up the stream, and as you didn't learn lesson number one, life gets a little bit more rougher, and it gets a little bit more harder, because now it's there again, but now things are more difficult than it was before, because it's trying to get you to kind of correct the soul, for you to actually get to this point where you're basically learning throughout life. And that's what karma is. So I think the Westerners have it a little bit wrong. And I sometimes see people say it all the time, don't worry about that. Karma is going to get this person because you know what? This person took advantage of me, or this person hurt me. Don't worry, karma is going to get you. No, you're mixing it up with cause and effect. Now, whatever you do, there's going to be an effect, right? If you hurt someone, there's going to be effect by that hurt, by that pain, right? That is going to affect your life or affect that person's life, but it's not like the way how we may think karma is. I see that all the time. Like, I go on Facebook and I'll see somebody make a remark about, it's all good, like, let it happen. She's going to get her karma, or he's going to get her karma. There's no entity sitting there waiting for you to get that karma that we basically believe that we're going to get, all right? You can pretty much live your life and still not get that karma that this person said, you're supposed to get 5-7 years ago, right? Because karma doesn't operate the way we think karma operate. It's a karmatic lessons throughout our lives. And when you're actually going through life, and as I said again, there's specific lessons, right? So you may meet somebody in life, and that person may just be someone who just actually was supposed to come in your life for you to learn some kind of lesson. And but it's more the karmatic lesson that you were supposed to learn, right? And when things get rough in your life, it's more that karmatic lesson that you just did not learn. And that's how it really operates. So basically, we have to be very careful about what we manifest and what we say out of our mouths, because your emotions on things is how you allow things to manifest in your life. Now, if you're actually believing that you're going to catch this karma from 5 years ago because you hurt your friend, and now you and that friend is not talking anymore, and, people, whatever you did in your past, you're beating yourself up about it, then basically how you manifest and you believe and you look at things is how you're going to get it, right? So if you said to yourself, you know what, this is occurring to me because, you know what, my relationship is not working anymore because, when I was with Tom, I was with Richard, I was with Sally, I was with Jessica, I did this and I did that. You manifested that. So it's not the karma that's giving you these pain that you're now dealing with, it's your manifestation that you're attracting is giving you all these things that you may not like that's going on in your life, because the cause and effect happens, right? But it's true, our manifestation is how things actually really plays out in our life, right? So if we think negative, you get negative. If you think positive, you get positive. If you are a person that is single and you have numerous boyfriends that came into your life that ill-treated you and always cheated on you, and you get into your new relationship and you're going through that person's phone, you're actually calling this person 24/7 because you want to know what this person is doing. You're uncomfortable when the person is outside and you guys are on a date and you're looking to see if this person is going to look at other women. And you're transferring everything from your past relationship into your new relationship. And you automatically believe, you know what? I'm going through all this because my karma from 3 years ago, I cheated, right? And now I'm facing a karma with the new guy that I met. And now this is why this is occurring. What you did was you manifested your own negativity, right? You had emotions on your own negativities. The fact that you actually even went into that person's phone and started looking, there was emotions on that manifestation. You believed that you was going to find something when you went into the phone. So you manifested your own negativity. You manifested your own negative karma in your brain and in your thought process. And you believed that all these bad things was going to occur because 3 years ago, you hurt somebody. And we live in a karmatic realm. It's not even, there's no entity sitting there governing, watching over karma and saying, I'm about to give you karma because 3 years ago you hurt this person. Do you know what kind of world we will really live in if that operates? Because you got to really sit down and think about it. Most people are seeing from an egotistical way, right? If I got in an argument right now, I'm going to see from my perspective. I'm going to see from the time you yelled at me. I'm going to see from the time you cursed at me. I'm going to see from the time you made me upset. I'm going to only see my point of view and how it relates to me, how it affects me. Just like the other person, they're going to see from the time I got upset. They're going to see my face expressions. They're going to hear the tone of my voice. They're going to be seeing things from their perspective. So if there was an entity governing over karma, how would they decipher the wrong or the right? The people believe that wrong and right is because of how they feel. A lot of times people don't sit back to think about how they hurt somebody. A lot of times people don't sit back to think about the pain we cause on other people, right? We kind of just see the world how we want to see the world, and we assume that we're justified in everything we do, right? We get mad, right, with someone and yell at someone, but we kind of see that it's kind of justified that I was in the right to get mad. But if there was an entity named karma that was governing over the realm and comes in, then you would have been catching karma from the day you was born, right? From the time you threw that toy down, right? 2-3 weeks later, you would have caught karma when you fling that toy towards your parents because you was catching a tantrum at the age of 2. That is not how the realm operates, you know. And a lot of times that if we believe something negative, we're going to get it. And the reason why I said sometimes is because you could think negative, but if you have no emotion on it, then it's not going to match, right? If you automatically believe that, let's just make an example. Let's just say you're in a new job and you're not confident in this job as you start learning the you know, how to actually operate this machine, how to do whatever, how to work the database. And every day you're in fear. And eventually what's going to happen, you're going to manifest that because you're putting too much emotions on that. So at some point, you're going to start hearing your boss complaining about the errors that you're making, right? And the more you manifest the negativity, is the more negativity you get. So when we think about karma and believing that we're catching this karma due to something that we did 2, 3, 4, 1 year ago, months ago, then we're manifesting and we're putting emotions on the negativity that's going on in our life. Because in order for you to maneuver through this realm and live a life that you want to live, it starts with you. Like if you watch some of my previous videos, I'll tell you your thought process plays with everything, right? If you think negative, as I stated in my previous videos, our negative thought process plays with our outcomes in life, right? When you think about negativity, you're going to get negativity, right? So like, for instance, if we are around nothing but toxic people, right? Everything you do, it's like you're constantly fighting a war just to actually get somebody to support you, right? So you say you want to start a business and the person is like, oh, what do you want to start a business for? For what reason? Like, it's not even something that you should be doing. Like, you're not even going to make any money about that, right? If you're actually hanging around people that's constantly, you're fighting a battle and you feel like these people are always talking negative, that negativity is going to play with that thought process, right? So if you have the negativity and you're constantly being affected by the negativity, then you're going to be manifesting nothing but negativity. So it's the same thing when someone tells you karma is going to get you. You got to dismiss that thought. You got to know how to let go, release. Karma is not going to get me. I could curse you out today and karma is not waiting for me. Trust and believe me that. Karma is not sitting there waiting for me. There's going to be a cause and effect off of what I did to you, but it's not going to be a karma waiting to attack me some months from now, 2 months from now. And, I definitely wanted to clear that up today because I definitely feel like it's a karma movement that's going around that everybody believes, oh, karma is going to get you. And I'm like, karma is not doing you anything. Actually, you're doing it to yourself. Because if you actually believe that that person is going through problems because it's karma, so when you go through problems, are you dealing with that karma too? Like, we got to really know how crazy that it sounds, because what we're doing is only manifesting negativity in our life. We're manifesting negativity in our life, and we're dealing with all the negativity because we really believe this. And we're not really sitting there to do the research on that karma, right? Because if you go into Easterners, right? You realize that karma is totally different from how we're saying it, right? And their religion will base around that karma, right? You hear karma, you will really get an understanding of what karma really is when you start touching the Eastern religions, and you will really get to see how we're kind of manifesting that negativity for ourselves. We're believing nothing but negativity and believing that, these things is going to occur because it's in our thought process. And, I challenge you from today on that if you are in a situation where you did something in the past and you hurt someone, stop manifesting it. Forgive yourself, all right? And move forward. Believe in yourself. Believe that, what you did was part of something that was negative, but you have to learn from that. And if it bothers you, if it taunts you, if you feel troublesome by it, look back in life and say, well, you know what? what can I do moving forward to actually make myself be a better person? What can I do moving forward not to repeat back that mistake? How could I learn from this? Because life is a learning lesson, right? Everything that happens in life, from the person who came and robbed your house, from the person who came and robbed you in the street, from the person who lied to you, the person who hurt you, the person who cheated on you, the person who broke your heart, everything that we go through is a learning lesson. If you know that you had a home invasion, maybe now after that happened, right? I guarantee you move different, right? You're going to look at things different. You're going to be able to, whether it's bad, it doesn't even matter how negative it is. Whatever happened in your life, you're going to learn something from it, good or bad, right? If a person say, you know what, I studied and I actually got an A, you learn something, right? Because now you're going to say to yourself, I got an A on my test because I studied. So now I know the next quiz that I get, I'm going to have to study. Now, if you've been with someone who actually cheated on you, right? And you remember earlier on when you were dating that guy or dating that female, they were emotionally unavailable. They wasn't trying to get to know you. They wasn't opening up to you. They were studying you up. Now when you look back at that, you could kind of tell to yourself, okay, when I meet the next person, I know that you look like you're playing games and I don't want to be bothered. So you learned, right? If you were in, let's just say you were, and I did mention home invasion, right? Let's just say that you had a home invasion. I had a home invasion before. I had a home invasion at one time in my life. And guess what? The window was open. Right? How crazy is that? To this day, right? The window will never be open. So regardless of what you go through, you learn. And that's how you got to look at the life. Because life is our karmatic lessons that we learn in life. But it's not karma that actually gave you the home invasion. It's not karma that actually made you got cheated on. It's not karma that caused you that pain or made you lost that job, or because you argued with your auntie 10 years ago. If you argue with your boyfriend 2 months ago, it's not karma that's doing that to you. It's the karmatic lessons that we go through in life that makes life be rough for us. It's basically cause and effect sometimes that plays in that role, but it's also your manifestation of how negative your thought process is. And it starts with you. And thank you for watching. And subscribe. And I hope you hit the thumbs up. Thank you.